Hi there. Welcome to Stretch and Center with Molly. I'll be practicing with you together today. Let's begin finding a comfortable seat, maybe on a little cushion, maybe a folded blanket. Find a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, let the eyes be softly closed. Feel your sits bones, legs and feet on the earth beneath you. Find a nice deep breath, lengthening the spine from the tailbone all the way up through the low back, the mid back, behind the heart. As you exhale, let the shoulders soften away from the ears. Feel the weight of the elbows hang from relaxed shoulders. Sits bones, legs, and feet grounded into the earth. Inhale again, lengthening spine all the way up through the back of the neck. Tips of the ears and crown of the head lifting heavenward. And exhale. Soften the face, inside the mouth, and the shoulders, grounded to the earth. Please come into current time with yourself. And as you do, please offer yourself a friendly hello. Thank yourself for being here on your mat in your practice, giving yourself this time and space to be single-pointed on your practice, on your breath. As you find yourself in current time, please move through the layers of the self. And as you do, release tension, release tightness as you exhale. And see if you can find some opening and spaciousness as you inhale. And we begin with the physical layer of the self, scanning through, again exhaling tension, maybe some tightness, letting go. We move through the emotional layer, again using the exhale to release anxiety, fear, upset, stress, whatever it might be, letting go. And using an inhale to bring in a sense of emotional calm, emotional stability, emotional wellness. And then into the intellectual layer, the thinking mind. And exhale, please let go of all of your thoughts. Whatever happened before right now, exhale and let that all go. And whatever might come next after your practice, again exhale and let that go. Breathe into current time, your mind still and quiet. And please move now into the space of your sacred heart. Letting go of the things, the thoughts, the beliefs, the emotions that do not serve for your own highest good. Exhale and release them. And in the space of your sacred heart, please set your intention for your time on your mat by asking yourself, why am I here? And whatever thought or feeling or image even arose from your sacred heart space in response to your inquiry, why am I here? See if you can fit that into a phrase, if that feels right. Or maybe it's just a feeling that is the intention of your practice today. And as you inhale, imagine that intention moving on the breath to every cell of your body, to every layer of the self. And then come back to the breath. Feel the belly rise and the belly fall. Be aware of sits bones, legs, and feet on the mat beneath you. The length of the spine, the tilt of the head. Breathe from the bones to the outside edge of the skin, all over the body. And become aware of the space around you, the sounds, the temperature, the quality of light behind the eyelids. And as you are ready, open the eyes fully back into the space around you. Finding a nice deep breath. And we'll begin in our tabletop. So as you are making your way there, please set up your mat exactly like you like it. If you like a blanket under the knees for some extra support, please take that. If you need to lengthen each leg out and behind to release through hips and knees after sitting, please tuck the toes, reach through the heel, lengthening back of the knee, and then maybe lift, rolling ankle, lengthening through the hip. And both legs, so you're even. And then find your cat-cow from your tabletop, making sure that each wrist stacked under its shoulder, each knee under its hip, the spine nice and long, shoulder blades toward the waistband of your pants, crown of the head, tips of the ears reaching long, a long spine, strong through the palms. Take a great big inhale, soften the belly. And as you exhale, find movement into your cat back. Tuck the chin, scoop the pelvis round the spine, up and behind. And then an inhale, move you through center into your cow. Inhaling, chin away from chest, shoulders stay more toward hips, sitting bones lift, big deep inhale. And then find movement, guided by the breath. Maybe asking yourself, what does the body need? Do you need several breaths in your cat back before moving to cow? A little side to side with the hips. A little undulation with the rib cage. What feels good? Where does the body want to move? And maybe as you are in the cat back, maybe shaking yes and shaking no. Maybe gliding forward, back. Again, trusting your body to know what movements are going to feel best, where your body needs opening. And If you like the cat in the wheel, please take that option. From the cat back, at the very bottom of your exhale, hips slide all the way back to heels. Find yourself in extended child's pose. A breath or two here. Hips settling back to heels. As you inhale, forearms, elbows to the mat. Heart draws between the upper arms as you circle back to your cow. Nice big deep breath. And don't forget to breathe. Full, rich, expansive breathing. And please give yourself 2 more full cycles of breath. Again, big, deep breathing. The cycle of breath is an inhale with its exhale. And whenever you naturally come around to the end of that second exhale, come back to your tabletop, make adjustments as needed. Rock back under the heels of the hands, spread the fingers wide, feel some stretch in the webbing. Roll the palms down. Roll the length of each finger and thumb down to the fingerprints. Press the palms, elbows mostly straight. Tuck the toes, find strength in the hands and the arms. Inhale, lifting sitting bones into your first down dog. Walking out, gently, gently easing into the backs of the legs, into the hips, into the hamstrings. Finding that strength in the hands. Pressing base knuckle of the index finger right down into the mat. As you press palms, let the shoulders move away from the ears, more toward the rib cage, and then back toward the hips. Maybe shake yes and shake no. Freedom in the neck. Soft inside the mouth and between the teeth. Find the breath. Imagine squeezing a beach ball with the elbows, keeping that base knuckle of index fingers pressing. Find an inhale, lengthening you from armpits through the rib cage, through the waist, to the sitting bones. Feel the low belly draw in. As you exhale, feel length from sits bones to heels. Heels softening toward the earth. One more full cycle of breath. Again, head and neck hanging, easy and free. And then exhale, give yourself 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 steps, walking, changing your geometry from a down dog into your forward fold. Find your mountain feet between your thumbs. Heels hip distance, outside edges parallel, toes lifted and spread. As you ground through the 4 corners of each foot, feel your connection into the earth, stable and solid. And if it feels good to keep walking out, please do. Easing into the low back, into the hamstrings, backs of the knees. Find the breath, exhale. Let the head hang, shake yes, shake no, shoulders relax, face relaxes, feel the cheeks melting toward the eyes. Again, connect into the 4 corners of the feet, inhale halfway up. We'll all start together, palms on shins just under the kneecaps. Press the palms, uncurl the spine. Let the shoulder blades move toward the waistband. Tips of the ears and the crown of the head long away from the tailbone. Find a breath, lengthening you from the front crease of each hip through the waist through the rib cage, out through the crown. Exhale, deepen back into your fold. Slide the palms down the shins. Exhale so that you can feel the belly on the thighs, maybe bend the knees, and tuck the chin all the way into the chest. You'll get a nice double or triple chin. Keep tucking. Tuck until you can see the belly button. Tuck, tuck, and then release. Let the head hang. Again, shaking yes and no as it feels right to you. Let's cross the arms in the air. A hand in the crook of each elbow. And we can let the weight of the hands and the elbows draw the torso a little bit deeper into the fold. Again, the crown of the head just hanging, dripping toward the earth. No stress in the spine, in the torso, in the arms, the shoulders, the head, the neck. Everything from the hips forward hanging, letting gravity lengthen you. Find one more full cycle of breath. And then as you exhale, release the hands, let them hang. Soften the knees. And then give yourself about 5 or 6 breaths, slowly unrolling yourself to standing. Let your arms and head hang heavy. They will unroll and stack very last. Feel yourself unfurling like a giant leaf of a fern. Slowly, slowly, joints come back in line. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, tips of the ears right over the shoulders. Find the breath, a long exhale through the soles of the feet if you might get head rush. Open the eyes. Adjust your mountain feet as needed. Finding heels hip distance, outside edges parallel. We press through the 4 corners, toes are soft, lift from the arches all the way up the inseams to the pelvic floor, legs strong, muscles gently holding to the bones. And then we lengthen from the tailbone all the way up the spine, tips of the ears, crown of the head lifting. Exhale, shoulders soft away from the ears, knuckles of the thumbs forward, palms face each other. Find the breath in your mountain pose. Strong, stable. You are the earth. Find the breath. Exhale, ground through the 4 corners. Inhale, arms out to the side, up overhead. Gaze up, nice and tall. And your up might be straight up between the hands. Your up might be where the wall meets the ceiling. You decide whatever feels best for your neck and shoulders. And then inhale, get as tall as you can from the soles of the feet to the armpits. And then from the armpits up to the fingertips. Look up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward over soft knees. Great big exhale, belly on the thighs. Chin to the chest, tuck. Tuck again, see the belly button. Head hangs. Inhale, halfway up. And here, yogi's choice. If you like palms on shins, that's your option. If you like fingers on the floor, be there. Inhale, long. Front crease of the hips, through the torso, through the crown. Exhale, deepen. Imagine pouring your torso forward, spilling over your thighs. Head and neck heavy, soft in the mouth, soft around the eyes. Exhale, deepen. Your next exhale, I need my clock a little closer. Next exhale, fingers alongside the feet. Exhale, left foot back, way back, left knee down. If you like a blanket under your knee, please take a little moment to adjust so that you're comfortable. And then soften side to side. Maybe finding a little bit of circular movement through the hips, easy and gently. Feeling into where things are open and available. And then where things might need a very gentle opening. Releasing softly, easily. And then taking whatever option that feels best for you. Maybe it's both hands inside of the front foot to get a little extra stretch in that right inner thigh and groin. Maybe for you it's bringing both hands to the front knee and softening forward. Again, you decide, listening on the inside, asking your body what it needs today, where the movement needs to happen. Maybe it's sliding the hips back, toes of that front foot lifting, pointing toward the shoulder, getting a deeper stretch, different stretch, back of the leg. And then let's come to center on tippy fingers, and that can be right on the mat or on blocks. Come up to tippy fingers. Lift the chest away from the front knee. Exhale, soften the hips, reaching toward the front heel. And then check to see as you're adjusting if your front heel is under that knee. Careful with alignment. Exhale, again, soften, this time through the entire front of the left thigh, up over the hip joint, deepening, lengthening. And then exhale again, this time softening the right hamstring all around the gluteus muscle on the right side, releasing through that hip. Big deep breath, let the heart lift away from the front knee. Exhale, release, hinge forward, weight into both hands, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Stepping as many steps as you need into your down facing dog. Excuse me. Finding strength in the palms. Pressing palms, lengthening from shoulders to sitting bones. Heels softening toward the earth. Shake yes. And shake no. Find the full expression of your down-facing dog. And please remember that this down-facing dog is not a resting pose. Nothing very restful about this. It's very active, a lot of work. If your body needs to rest at any time along the way, please find your child's pose. Be there for a couple breaths, then come back to your dog. Or just be there in child's pose, resting. Easeful, peaceful, useful. Find the ease as you breathe. One more full breath, long spine. Exhale, both knees to the mat with the tops of the feet down. Keep elbows close, tailbone high. Sorry. Please lower the heart down between the thumbs. And for just a breath, rest the heart and the chin right on the earth. Stabilizing the emotional space of the Sacred Heart. And then exhale, release all the way to the torso. Rest the chin or the forehead, you discover, whichever feels better. Bring the heels hip distance. Lengthen each leg, maybe lifting, reach the toes back. You can just keep the arms tucked alongside the rib cage. Palms on the floor and your shoulders. And as you lengthen each leg, then press tops of feet, knees lift, gentle contact, pubic bone to mat. One more time, press tops of the feet. Feel the palms on the mat, draw elbows toward the ribs and down toward the hips. Find a breath, lift the face just an inch off of the floor, and then reach the crown as far away from the tailbone as you can. Keep pressing tops of the feet, and now lift into your cobra, lifting chest and collarbones, sternum, up away from the mat. Shoulders back toward the hips, elbows in toward the ribs. Breathe. Remember, if you're not breathing easy and smooth, lower just a little bit. Ease out of the posture until you can find that smooth, even breath. And then you're welcome to stay there. Or, if you like to deepen, smooth, even breath. Inhale, reach the crown long, lift. Breathe. And then exhale, release, roll down. Chest, chin, nose, forehead. Release both arms alongside the body. And turn the right cheek down. And take rest. And if your body, your chest, neck, or shoulders need a little extra comfort, please bend an elbow. Place the palm down, rest the cheek on the back of the hand. And now take rest. Let the heels soften away from each other. Release the hips and the low back. Maybe shimmy hips side to side. Find the breath, lift the head, turn the opposite cheek down. Again, adjust for comfort, a hand pillow if necessary, and breathe. We take a rest right in the middle of our very active sun salutation from our down dog, our cobra, and then we rest. And we rest, training our nervous system to develop a habit of being able to come down in the middle of an intense emotional episode. Your mind, you are training yourself to find the breath, to exhale, to rest. In intense emotional situations, it's so easy to react rather than to thoughtfully respond. So we can use our yoga practice as a training ground. So come back to the breath. Bring chin back to center, elbows bend, palms under shoulders. Tuck the toes, find the breath. Press your way back to your down-facing dog, whatever that looks like for you. It might be you straight up from a push-up to a dog, might be off of knees, might be through child's pose, you decide. Find the full expression of your down-facing dog. Oh boy. Again, strong in the palms, long from armpits to sits bones, head and neck free. Soft inside the mouth and around the eyes. Heels reaching toward the earth. Nice full deep breaths. One more breath. Exhale, look between the thumbs. We'll step the left foot forward with the right knee down, top of that foot down. Hand on either side of the front foot. And then allowing movement. Feeling into what's happening this side of the body. And it might be just an easy side to side sway with the hips. You might discover big differences from right to left. And maybe this hip isn't quite so cooperative. Or maybe it's much more open and easy. So again, paying attention on the inside. Asking your body what it needs, where the movement would love to happen. Taking any options, rocking back, lengthening the front leg. Bringing both hands inside of that front foot, deepening the stretch in the inner thigh and the groin. And then we'll come to center, a hand on either side of the front foot. We check that the knee is over its ankle. We'll come up to tippy fingers. Again, if you have blocks, use them if you like them, or just on the mat. We inhale, lift the heart away from the front knee. Exhale, soften hips toward the front heel. Again, there might be big differences side to side. This side might not be open, so your best option might be to bring both palms to the front knee and soften the hips. Again, you decide. Your practice becomes yours the more you practice, and you become your own best teacher. Exhale, soft hips. And then exhale again. Release, hinge a little bit forward, weight into the right hand. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. And one more time, we'll step into our down-facing dog just to release and walk out. Finding strength in the palms and the arms and the shoulders. Release in the neck. Press the palms, sitting bones reach back. Bend the knees. Reach the sits bones a little bit more back. And then keep reaching sitting bones back. Slowly, gently move knees to straight. Find the breath. We have some options to move from our down-facing dog into our Uttanasana, forward fold. So you decide. You can hop. You can take 2 giant steps, one left, one right, or you can walk. Find the breath, and then move into your forward fold. Find your mountain feet. Inhale halfway up, long, long spine. Exhale, deepen. Big, deep exhale. Again, belly on the thighs, chin all the way into the chest. Tuck, 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 tuck. Release. Let the head hang, the shoulders slip down around the ears, the cheeks melt toward the eyes. Exhale, deepen. Exhale again, soften the knees. Inhale, arms to a T, spine parallel to the floor. Press the 4 corners, strong in the feet. Inhale, keep pressing down to lift all the way up. All the way up, arms sweep up overhead. A long, slow exhale through the soles of the feet to get rid of any head rush. Breathe. Ground through the feet. Scoop the pelvis, a lot of length in the lower back. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, arch back just behind the heart. Keep the hips over the feet. The low back long by gently scooping the pelvis. Lift through the waist and then arch back. Look back. Breathe. And then come back to upright. Nice and tall. Head centered. And then we exhale, soften at the elbows. Let the thumbs drop slowly, slowly down and behind. Keep a little bend in the knees and the scoop in the pelvis to avoid a great big arch in the lower back. And as the elbows bend and the thumbs move down and behind, you'll get really wide from the sternum through the chest, through the armpits to the elbows. Great big open heart. Slowly, slowly. Thumbs coming down. If you like, you can close the eyes. Breath smooth and even. And you'll find that natural turning point in the shoulders where the thumbs roll forward, the palms face the thighs, the fingers curl as they relax. Eyes closed, go inside, smooth, even breath. And then we'll soften the knees, open the eyes, and rotate side to side. Kind of wringing out the spine, so to speak. You can let the arms get really floppy, tiger butterfly. Your arms are a tiger's tail tapping a butterfly on your opposite hip. Or the arms can just hang, slowly rotating side to side. Again, allowing you to be your own best teacher. And then slowing, making your way back to center. We'll find our mountain feet. Find your mountain, nice and tall, grounded and stable, lifted and open. We find the breath. We can take mountain at any time of the day, just as a way to ground, to come into the solid, stable earth element and to find the breath. And then from our mountain pose, we're going to all turn to the right and take a nice wide step. We'll move into our wide leg forward fold, Prasarita. A good measurement would be if your arms were in a T and there was a thread that dropped from your wrist, it would hit the outside of your ankle bone. And then from there you can make any adjustments that you need so that you are most comfortable. The outside edges of your feet would love to be parallel, so maybe you feel even a little pigeon-toed. Arms to a T, reach long from the center of your heart, through the chest, through the arms, through the fingertips. Big deep breath, exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Keep the spine, the neck, the head, the arms and shoulders as one unit as you hinge at the hips. And then you can bring palms onto the mat just under shoulders. Maybe adjust feet as needed. And then re-plug in through the four corners. Press the outside edge of the feet down. Lift from arches all the way up the inseams to the pelvic floor. Press the palms, arms straighten. Lengthen the entire spine. Exhale, deepen, hinging at the hips. And then let the head hang. Release the shoulders. Keep the legs engaged by connecting into the earth. Our wide leg forward fold, grounding and stabilizing. Soften the neck and the face, inside of the mouth. Inhale, come halfway up until arms are straight. Press the palms, lengthen the crown. Exhale, deepen. Again, staying connected with the four corners. Feel the sitting bones very, very gently roll up toward where the wall meets the ceiling, neck hangs. And then we'll inhale to halfway up, move the right palm. So if the nose were to drip, it would be right in the middle of the back of that hand. And then we'll inhale, rainbowing open the left arm, twisting from the low back spine through the mid back spine at the back of the heart. Keep the spine long, reach the crown away from the tail, twist, press the palm into the mat, reach the left fingers up, twist, exhale, release. Hang forward, shimmy out through the spine and the rib cage, shake yes and shake no. Reconnect four corners of the feet. Move the left palm so the back of the hand is right under the nose, and then we'll rainbow open our right hand, spiraling through the low back, through the rib cage, the back of the heart. Shoulder blades move down toward the waistband. We press left palm, open and twist through the chest, reach right fingers up, big deep breath. And then exhale, release. Cross the arms in the air and hang the torso forward.
Maybe kind of wiggling out, let the spine, the rib cage, the neck, everything come back to neutral. Exhale, and then we'll bring hands to hip crease. Uncurl the spine and open at the hips. Again, the spine and the neck moving as one unit. Keep pressing soles of the feet open all the way back to your standing. Heel and toe, heel and toe, heel and toe. Back together. Find the breath. If you need to wiggle a little, if you need to side, everything coming back to neutral. And then we'll step again right up to the front edge of the mat. Find your mountain feet. Press down four corners. We get nice and strong. We draw the whole side, rib cage to hips, right into the midline of the body. And then the top to the bottom to the midline of the body. Belly button right back toward the spine. Arms out front, fingers level with shoulders. Hold the belly in nice and strong. Inhale up to your tippy toes. Find the balance. And if you need to sit down and start over, please do. Sorry. Tippy toes, belly in, a little higher, and then we bend the knees. Keep the belly in, that's your strength, that's your core, that's your balance. Slide down the imaginary wall behind you. If you can slide all the way down into a deep squat, please do. Set your fingers on the mat behind you. If at any time you need to hinge forward and put your fingers down and kneel down. One day at a time. Yeah, we do. We find ourselves on our sitting bones. Far enough back so that as we extend both legs, heels are on the mat, we get sitting bones out and behind us. We'll sit in Dandasana for just a moment. So heels hip distance. Toes of each foot reaching back to the shoulders. The palms are just behind. Where did this frog come from? Palms just behind and outside the hips. We press the palms to lengthen the spine, so don't let the shoulders press up to the ears. Keep the shoulders down, shoulder blades toward the waistband, and press to lengthen the spine. Find the breath, toes point in. Dandasana, our yoga sitting torture. And then we soften. We can let go of the hands. We'll forward fold over our right leg, so we'll bring the sole of the left foot in. Adjusting if you need a blanket or a little block under that knee. Please find that. Sitting bones out and behind. If you like a blanket rolled up under sits bones, please take that option. Now, the toes of the right foot point in. We draw the kneecap up toward the hip crease, strengthening the thigh to release the hamstring. We find our sits bones grounded. Inhale, both arms out to the side, up overhead. We get really tall from the hips to the bottom of the rib cage, so really long in the low back and the waist. Rotate heart over the knee. One more inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Keep the spine, the head, the shoulders all as one unit, hinging forward into your fold. And when you're done with the hinge, you can set the hands down on the toes, on the shins, on the mat. Find a breath. Inhale, lift just enough so you can pull some length through the low back, through the belly. Look at the elbows. They should be equal distance away from the floor, so maybe rolling the left ribs a little bit in and down. And then exhale, belly to the thighs. Release chin to chest. Natural rounding in upper back. Find the breath. Wherever the hands are, if they're on the toes, if they're around the foot, let there be a little bend in the elbows to help soften through the shoulders. And then find the breath, smooth and even, in and out through the nose. Soft inside the mouth, around the teeth. No tension, head, neck, shoulders. you would like a little more depth, and this is purely optional, inhale, lift. Uncurl the spine, lengthen, imagine the belly creeping forward on the thigh. Exhale, deepen, belly right down to the thigh, chin to the chest, release, breathe. And exhale, soften, release. Inhale, lift the chin, see the big toe. Reach the fingers out, draw the belly in, keep the belly strong, and trace a giant arc all the way up overhead. Feel both sitting bones come solid on the mat. Spine, rib cage back to center. Soften the elbows, float the arms down. Gently releasing. Yeah. And we can take that left knee, bring it in, lengthen the leg, shimmy, 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 release. Adjust sitting bones as needed. We'll keep the right leg straight. Nope, sorry, that's the left one. We'll bend the right one. Sole of the foot in. Again, finding whatever props you need for that knee. Sitting bones out and behind. Adjusting all your props. We point the toes in toward the shoulder, kneecap up toward the hip. Strengthen the thigh. Press both sitting bones down. Get nice and tall in the spine. Inhale, arms out to the side, up overhead. Rotate heart over knee with a nice long spine. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Into your Janu Sirsasana. Forehead to knee. Find the breath. And then we'll inhale, come up enough so that you can adjust as needed and find length through the lower back, the belly, reaching forward. Look at the elbows, equal distance away from the mat. Exhale, fold the belly back to the thigh. Release, chin to chest. And again, here as we release chin to chest, we get that natural rounding in the upper spine. And then be aware of differences from side to side. Maybe this is your tight side and it's hard, it's sticky, it hurts to get in. So just be gentle, be where you are. But maybe this is your open side and you can go nice and deep. Yeah. Find the breath. Soften the face, soften the forehead, between the eyebrows. Let go of those little 11s that happen as you concentrate. They happen right between the eyebrows. If you're happy, please stay right here. Welcome to your Janu Sirsasana. If you would like to deepen as you inhale, lift and lengthen, creep the belly forward. Exhale, deepen, belly to the thighs, chin to the chest. Find that smooth, even breath. In and out through the nose. And then exhale, soften and release. Inhale, lift the chin, see the big toe. Draw the belly in, reach the fingers out. Keep the belly strong. Trace a giant arc up overhead as you unhinge at the hips, opening nice and tall. Spine, rib cage back to their center. Exhale, soften the elbows, float the arms down. And we exhale, take that right knee, lift it up, lengthen, shimmy side to side. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. One more time, find your Dandasana, our staff pose. Heels hip distance, toes drawing in, palms pressing, spine long. We're going to keep pressing the palms, soften the legs, lift and scoot. Halfway toward heels, place the soles of the feet on the mat and hold just behind the knees. As you hold, let the heart lift, shoulder blades slide down the back, belly draws in. It's a little core practice for us today. And then we're going to lean back, lift one foot, draw the belly in, nice and strong in the belly. Lean back, lift the other. Check in with yourself. Can I breathe? Am I hanging on? I might need to set one foot down so I can find a smooth, even breath. I can let my shoulders stay down. I can let my heart stay lifted and my belly strong. If I can do all of that, I might try again and lift. I can stay right here. I can let go. I'm breathing smooth and even. My belly is strong. My heart is lifted. I'm working right now on my second chakra, which is the seat of my sense of humor. So I hopefully am able to laugh in my Navasana, my boat pose. Find the breath, lift the heart, pull the belly in. Hold the backs of the knees. Set the feet down. Drape yourself forward. Over your legs. Crook of the elbow around each knee. Tuck the chin. Draw the belly in to very gently scoop the pelvis and lengthen the lower back. Nice deep breath. And then we inhale, sitting up nice and straight. Palms outside the hips. Slide back. Extend the legs. Sitting bones out and behind. Heels hip distance or a little closer. All 10 toes pointing back toward the shoulders. The ball of the foot just under the big toe reaches across the room away from you. The ball of the foot of the pinky toe reaches back towards you, and if there were a line, it would go right outside of your shoulders. So it's as if we're standing on the wall over there. Press the sits bones down. Draw toes to shoulders. Inhale, lift, arms out to the side, up overhead. Nice long spine. Draw the belly in, protect the low back as you hinge at the hips. Let the heart reach to this empty space between the big toes. Exhale, fold the belly on the thighs. Release hands to toes, shins, or mat. Find the breath. If you need to adjust, find a little bit more room in the sits bones, please do. Inhale, lift, lengthen from the crest of the pelvis to the bottom ribs, so long in the low back spine. Exhale, deepen belly onto the thighs. If you're happy, welcome to your Paschimottanasana. Tuck the chin and find a smooth, even breath. If you would like a little more depth, untuck the chin, inhale, lift. Imagine your belly creeping forward on the thighs. Imagine your back bottom ribs reaching towards your toes, long spine. Exhale, deepen. And one more time if you're up for it, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, deepen. And now chin to chest. Eyes soft, smooth, even breath. And these introspective forward folds, a nice place to revisit your intention. And I like this definition of an intention from Dr. Wayne Dyer. An intention is not something that we do. Our intention is something that we connect with. Exhale, release. Exhale again, soften the back, the spine. And then inhale, lift the chin. See the toes, uncurl the spine. Feel the spine grow long, the spine, the neck, the head as one unit. Draw the belly in, reach the hands out. Keep the belly engaged. That's your strength. That's your protection in the low back. Hinge open at the hips. Arms come all the way up, overhead. Everything back to neutral. Bend the elbows, float the arms down. Place the palms just outside the hips. Let's do it this way. If your low back is strong, the hands can be just here. They can slide down the thighs or just be out in the air. The low back is tender, bend the knees. Make sure there's nothing on the mat behind you, and we'll keep a really strong belly and roll ourselves onto our spine. As you roll back, feel your gluteus muscles and your sacrum. Roll onto the mat, keep your belly strong. Low back spine, ribs, shoulder blades, finding the back of the head. As you get down there, if your low back and hips say, please bend the knees, please bend them. Find comfortable. And then let's bring these all the way into chest, a palm on the outside of each knee, squeeze the knees in, and a little rocking side to side, rocking side to side. If your body is calling for one more thing before moving into Shavasana, please take that. It might be just a happy baby, it might be a twist. So again, whatever feels good and right for you as you listen on the inside. And then make your way to your Shavasana. Extend legs. If there's anything that you like to be more comfortable, a bolster or blanket, please find that. Let the legs be extended, the feet a little wider than hip distance to really release through hips and low back. Let the toes flop out to the side. Arms just alongside the body with the palms open. If you want a little more release in chest and across the shoulders and armpits, arms to a T. If you need a little extra tenderness for the self, a little self-care, one palm to the heart, one palm to the low belly. Exhale, let go, feel the entire weight of the body grounding down through the meeting points of your back body into the earth. Feel the bones get heavy and release. And then feel the entire front of the body softening, melting in a deep, deep relaxation. Find the breath and then let go of the breath. Let it breathe itself as you mentally relax the body. And then rest. There's nowhere else to go. There's nothing else to do. And there's nothing else to think about. Please rest. Bring the awareness back to the breath. Find a full breath into the meeting point, so your body on the earth. Find a full breath into the bones. Feel them heavy and dense and solid, healthy and strong. And then a full deep breath all the way through from the bones to the outside edge of the skin, all over the body. Using the breath, we draw the awareness back into the physical body, lying on the mat beneath you. And then wiggle fingers and toes, roll wrists and ankles, arms and legs side to side. One more nice deep breath. Draw knees in toward chest. Give yourself one more little hug, a little rocking side to side. And then roll to either side, whichever side feels a little bit more natural. Give yourself a breath or two of transition. And then as you're ready, use the strength of the arms to press to your comfortable seat. And take just a moment to find your comfortable. Feel yourself grounded on the earth beneath you. Find a nice tall spine. Softly close the eyes, bring palms together at the heart. And please take a moment to honor yourself, thank yourself for giving yourself the time to practice, to take care of yourself. And then go a little deeper into the deep, sacred part of who you are and find a sense of gratitude for who you are, for how you show up, for the goodness that you bring. And then we take a moment of gratitude for the world that we live in. It's a little crazy. There's a lot going on. And it is still a good and a beautiful world filled with good and beautiful people. All of us trying to do our best. So thank you for practicing. Thank you for bringing who you are to the mat so that you have more of who you are to share with the world. I love you. I'm grateful to share this time with you. Please remember to love each other. Please remember to love yourself. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you again.